Hello, my name is Blake Poland. I'm in the Dalla School of Public Health at the University of Toronto in Canada, and I have the great pleasure of offering some ideas for you around a connected communities approach to building community resilience in tandem with my co-authors who are listed here. This work is based on some work coming out of the Toronto's first resilience strategy that emphasized an equity approach to building resilience and underscored the fact that the ability of a city to survive and thrive in the face of challenges is as much about the strength of its communities and neighborhoods as it is about the design and management of infrastructure and buildings. Also based on a recognition that marginalized communities are often hardest hit in times of crisis and disaster, and that official formal system responses are often slower to activate than civil society, and when they do arrive, run roughshod over informal efforts. So there have been numerous calls in the literature for better collaboration between institutions and communities, but so far very little guidance on actually how to go about that. So we formed a community resilience research group in partnership with the Center for Connected Communities. And we've been working on a number of funded projects to further this work and establish the connection between a connected community approach and community resilience building. We've also worked with the City of Toronto to develop a theory of change for supporting community-based resilience that weaves together what city institutions and departments have to offer and what communities have to offer. And we've engaged most recently in a funded research project looking at how this plays out in times of COVID-19. And in particular, what prior community building efforts were in place that enabled communities to more effectively respond to the pandemic. We undertook 46 interviews with grassroots leaders in 6 racialized low-income neighborhoods in Toronto, followed by a sense-making workshops with a subset of leaders to workshop the results, and the creation of a number of manuscripts and plain language documents, as well as a podcast series. What we found is that agencies pulled up stakes and closed operations quickly without consultation, leaving already stretched communities to fill the gap, and that both the pandemic and responses to it exacerbated inequities. And key challenges were felt around food security, internet access, precarious income, and issues of communication. We found extensive evidence of mutual aid, often undertaken against great odds, and without adequate support, financial or otherwise, for these efforts. And we conclude that the areas that seemed to fare better were ones where there was already strong working relationships within communities and between communities and institutions, and that therefore we needed to strengthen these relationships and invest in a connected community approach. So what is that exactly? Especially when applied to building community resilience, a connected community approach is a framework, set of principles, and practical tools distilled from 20 years of frontline experience at the East Scarborough storefront for sustained place-based action and relationship building to enhance the collective capacity of citizens and institutions to work together to prepare for, respond to, recover from, and bounce forward after a major shock event. Please note, this is not about just service coordination, nor is it about downloading government responsibility onto communities and trying to figure a way to support communities and doing everything themselves. The connected community approach is based on 10 keys for instigating this work and weaving community ecosystems that thrive and function well together. I don't have time to go into each of these, but I'll give you some links at the end of the talk to follow up. We published this work in a number of papers that have just come out, and we've also have several more on the way. And you can find out more information by following these links noted below. Thank you very much.